Hey guys, thanks for clicking. So today we're doing a little cleanup, a little brush cleanup. These are my favorite kind of jobs actually. Where got some overgrown brush in the backyard, kind of just took over the years. So we're gonna go in with help of our little machine here. We have our grapple set up and we have our flail mower on the back, which is just absolutely amazing for that really like heavy brush and thorny kind of stuff. You don't want to get your hands in there. So let's take a look at what we have and see what we're gonna do. All right, this is kind of the side backyard here. It was kind of the mulch area. So we just went in with the machine and we just pushed it all back to the property line to make some room, because they want to keep this as a kind of mulch area, but it was just getting overgrown. So it was looking like that over there. So we just kind of pushed it all back to make some room. And that way we have some area to put some debris, and then we can kind of level all this dirt out. We'll make it pretty when we're done. But let's take a look at the area we're going to clean out. So we're going to kind of go from this property line all the way over to the corner, kind of where that truck is in the neighbor's yard over there. So we just have a lot of really overgrown, thorny, kind of nasty, viney stuff. Is the northeast takeover here. So we're going to go in here, we're going to clean all this out. First, we're going to pop out some of these branches, because these tree branches are just kind of really annoying for me when I'm on the machine. So we got the orchard ladder out. We're gonna get rid of some of these branches here. This one, that one. A couple small saplings in there that we don't want coming up underneath the bottom of the machine. Sometimes you gotta watch that when you drive over some saplings. If you go backwards, they can do some pretty nasty damage to the bottom of your machine. And I don't know how far we're gonna go. That's the neighbor's property over there. So we're just gonna do this brush. So let's get started with some branches and go from there. Real quick, this is our setup. We have our 2038r. We have our Summit grapple going on here, which this thing is just absolutely so useful. And we have our Titan flail, which just makes mulch out of pretty much anything you put in its way. It's really great machine. So that's what we'll be using. Okay, so now that I got those low-hanging branches out of the way, never fun, especially when you're on the machine. They're always hitting you in the head or getting in the way. So we've got that cleared out. Now I'm gonna go in with the grapple. There's several ways to do this type of cleanup. First of all, I just really like using the grapple first, because I cannot tell you how many times I have found rebar, or I've found some kind of random metal, old garden fencing, barbed wire. I tell you, when you hit that stuff and it gets wrapped in the flail, it's, you know, a half hour here, a half hour there. It doesn't usually do any damage. I mean, I've hit metal fence posts and it's chewed them in half. But sometimes they get wrapped in there. And I did get it like one of those green metal fence posts wrapped around the flail drum once. And that took quite a while to get that out of there. So this method works really well. I just go in with the grapple. That way I know if there's any big rocks or any kind of debris in there. And I know what I'm working with. So, plus it cleans it out pretty good. And in this property, like I showed you in the beginning, we had an area to move the brush. Sometimes you don't have that luxury, so I still go in with the grapple and then I'll run it over with the flail, because the flail mower will actually just turn all of this brush right into just a fine mulch. I mean, it does an amazing job. We did run the mulch, the flail mower over this, you'll see in the end of the video, but we had a really dry season, and I think we're going on about 2.5 months right here, no exaggeration, without rain. And that flail mower can kick up some serious dust also. So with all that nonsense being said, I'm gonna go ahead and just let you guys watch and see the progress we make here, going in with the grapple, and then you know, we'll probably run that flail a little bit in the end. So check it out. Right, so that's the end of today. That's about all we can get done, but we really we really did a lot of clearing out here, all the way across the back there. And then this is the part we're just hiding some stuff. All right, guys, so we got pretty much everything cleaned up. Now we ran the flail mower. It was really dusty because it's super dry this year. We got the flail mower. We got everything pretty leveled out and mulched down. The only thing we were waiting on was there's some stones on the border. They want to keep them, so we weren't sure about that. And there were these last two trees, and they want to take the trees down. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to drop these two trees, and then we're going to take and do all the final finish up stuff. Sorry about the sun there. And that's where we're at. So let's see what we got. So like I said, we got everything down, cleaned up really nice. The flail mower just does a fabulous job here. That's the neighbor side over there. They're going to put in a fence, and I believe they're going to put some arbor bodies back here, but these are the two trees. This is a little cedar. That's not a big deal really at all. But this one's on the bigger side, so I'm definitely going to put a rope on it and put it on the machine, because I don't want it going that way. I want it to go this way. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get it going. And there you go. We got those two trees taken down. Wasn't a problem. Like I said, I did tie it off onto the tractor and put a rope on there just because, you know, why not? I was pretty confident that the tree was going to go in that general direction, and we had a lot of room, but there's just no reason to take chances. It takes about 10-15 minutes to get the rope and the machine set up there. Well worth the safety for doing it that way. So now I'm just going to go ahead and clean up. This tree in particular was taken over with vines. So you can see on the ground there I have the hedge trimmer on the combo unit, and I just went in there and just like raked all the vines kind of out of the way so I can get in there with the saw, because it was so heavily covered. I couldn't even get my feet in there to get close enough to the tree. But I was able to get in there. Got it. Now we're gonna chop these three pieces up and do the same thing with all that heavy brush on the end there. We'll run the flail over that, and we'll mulch that into nothing. I think we ended up with about 3 or 4 sections of that tree. And I was so fortunate to have my daughter Sky help me today, because let me tell you, when you have someone to run the machine and you can chop these logs up, you know, I cleaned them out, but now I'll just chop them up into lengths so we can take those home, and we'll I don't know what the word is. Buck? You buck them into firewood pieces? I'm not sure. I learned that on the internet. I wasn't familiar with that term, but now I guess I am. So anyway, yeah, we're just going to go here, get this cleaned up. I'll chop those trunk pieces out, and then I have the two stumps, which we're not going to run the stump grinder on those. We'll see what happens next season when they want to plant the arborvitaes along the back border. Maybe we'll bring the grinder in, I'm not sure, or what we have to do to get the trees in there, but we'll worry about that when the time comes. So we'll just cut those stumps down low, and then I'll stop rambling now, and we'll get working on this job here. Alright guys, so there it is. That is the final thing. We went to here, which was a little bit farther than we were supposed to go. We got everything leveled out. This area I think is going to come out really nice for grass. We're not moving the boulders, but we are going to probably plant some green giant arborvitaes through here. So I don't know, we'll see how that goes, where we're going to put them and what we're going to do with those stumps. But other than that, this is all good. We're supposed to get some rain the next couple days, which would be fantastic because we have not had rain in, I'm going to say, at least 2 months. And it is really dry and dusty. So that's where we're at. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Peace, everybody.